Lee County
Homeless.
Homeless Coalition. And right now, joining us live via satellite in upstate New York, Birgie Miller.
That's right.
The executive director for the
Hello,
Ding
it's good to
Darling.
be here.
And you're the executive director for the Ding Darling Wildlife Society. Is that correct?
I am, which is the Friends group supporting the federal JN Ding Darling. Yep.
Where in upstate New York are you?
Well, right now I am just visiting in upstate New York in the Allegheny County, right near the Pennsylvania state line. It's beautiful.
Go ahead.
So you guys just broke ground on something at Ding Darling, and that's why we wanted to have you on, so you could kind of explain to our audience and tell us exactly what it is. You're always doing something out there. You're always creating something new out at Ding Darling. And why don't you tell us what you broke ground on?
Yeah, we're always doing something out there at the refuge, and I encourage all of your visitors and residents and listeners of your station to come visit the JN Ding Darling National Wildlife Refuge. It's right on Sanibel Island. It's easy to get to, especially during the off season with the lessened traffic. But yeah, we have a new project that just is getting underway called The Roost. And it is going to be an outdoor pavilion that is right outside the Visitor and Education Center. And it's going to be an amazing outdoor pavilion, kind of a flex space for different types of programming and all kinds of programming. Free, open to the public all the time. And the programs are always free that we'll be having there during the times that the refuge is open. And it's an exciting project.
Now, are you going to have some educational opportunities and then some like meditation type stuff? Is that what I was reading?
Oh, yeah. So that's what's so unique about this roost, and we're calling it the roost because it's just kind of it has this sense of being a safe place to come and rest and relax and be a part of something fun outdoors amongst nature and kind of start your experience at the refuge. But it will be everything. So we'll be having yoga, we'll be having meditation and mindfulness. We just at Ding Darling opened the first mindfulness trail within the National U.S. Refuge System. And we'll be having music and puppet shows and art programs. I mean, Ding Darling was a Pulitzer Prize winning artist, cartoonist, editorial cartoonist. Will be photography classes. We might have speakers. We might have, you know, the opportunities of the types of programming are really endless and very fluid, because the benches that will be there will be removable, and it could be a place, like you said, for yoga and meditation, or it might be for a jumping jack class for Animal Olympics for kids, or it might be a puppet show. So who knows what's going to be there.
Now, I was also reading about that the building is being designed as eco-friendly. Can you talk a little bit about all of the eco-friendly attributes of the building?
Yeah, we're trying to make it as eco-friendly as possible. There are some parts that you have to stick with for building codes and that sort of thing. But we're going to we are going to incorporate solar panels that will fully run the lights and the ceiling fans and all of that, so that we can have interpretive panels, but then people can see it actually working with the solar panels. We'll have electric vehicle hookups that are run by solar panels. We'll have an electric car that'll be plugged into one of them. And then it'll be, you know, the materials that we use for the decking are all eco-friendly, and the structure around it. And then a lot of it will be interpretation as well. There's not a lot to it, honestly, other than the roof with the solar panels and the eco-friendly materials. And then we'll have some of this roost will be unroofed. It will be roofless. About 1,200 square feet there, and then under roof a little over 1,200 square feet. And then we have three little mini roosts, I guess. We haven't even decided what we'll call them. Maybe they'll be perches. I don't know. But those are each about 80 square feet. So there's just under 3,000 square feet of space that we'll be able to use for all sorts of things. So it's really going to be a cool facility, and one that kind of modernizes the whole look of when you're driving into the refuge. And then that will flow up to the visitor center with a kiosk welcoming people. It all kinds will all blend in together and be built in concert with one another. So it'll be nice.
You guys have coyotes over there?
We do have coyotes on the island. Yeah.
Like
yes, and you will hear them every time sirens come by.
He's really fascinated by this whole coyote thing.
Let me tell you.
We live. I don't know why this is so fascinating.
By the way,
to you.
John Lalo says your hair looks lovely, dear. She's
John.
got a thing about her hair, Birgie. Is it Birgie or a hard G or a light G?
Your hair is lovely.
Yes, I pay a lot of money for that hair, by the way. So, is parking available? We have a question from one of our fine viewers. Is parking available at Ding Darling?
Oh, absolutely. You know, you do have the bridge toll to go through, but once you come onto the island, when you get to the refuge, parking is free. And you can come into the free visitor and education center, which is open 7 days a week, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And it's an amazing center with lots of interactive exhibits for kids and adults, with a great nature store. Then we also have the nation's best restrooms. I don't know if the two of you have been out there, but you could fix your beautiful hair in the mirrors inside our nation's best restrooms. And they are pretty phenomenal. And they're up there at the visitor center as well.
Time out.
Okay.
Yeah. The nation's best bathrooms. Now, you need to define that, because, you know, I go to the bathroom a lot. I've been to a lot of bathrooms, and, you know, how do you rate your bathroom as being the best one?
Well, we actually entered a nationwide contest through some bath. It starts with, now I can't even think of it, but it's a major bathroom cleaning company, and nationwide these restrooms around the country enter, and then you have to be voted upon. And there were some pretty cool bathrooms up against us, but I'm telling you, if you've not been there, you need to go to the restrooms. It is a wasted opportunity with blank white walls, and we made it where it is. You get to the restroom and there's 3D, you know, pelicans diving from the ceiling and an alligator's belly, and then you walk into the restrooms and it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Well, that's interesting that you say it's a wasted opportunity. I bet you the pun right there went right over everybody's head. Not over my head, though, Birgie. Not over my head.
Yeah,
now,
you got that one.
Can you guarantee there's no manatee poop anywhere in the bathrooms or anywhere around the facility? Because that apparently is a problem.
Well, you know, the bathrooms are amazing, and you need to get into the restrooms. But we also have along Indigo Trail, which is a wonderful walking trail. So you get to the free parking, you go up to the free visitor and education, you start, you're there. Then you'll have this wonderful new roost in the outdoor pavilion, which is open, it's accessible. It'll be a phenomenal space as well. And then you can go out and explore even more. When you take the Indigo Trail, that'll take you to the Education Boardwalk, where when you get out in nature, there's always something you're going to see. And then along that Indigo Trail, we actually have artificial scat, and you'll find real scat as well, but there's artificial poop panels that these kids can learn about what animals leave behind. They may not see the animals in the wild, but they can certainly find their scat and their trails. And, you know, it's one of these things, Ed, where if that's what turns a young kid on to wanting to get out into nature and to learn about nature and to get that little aha moment, that's what we need to do. We need to find reasons for them to get off of their computers and get off of their phones and get outside.
I don't think he knew what scat was until you went through that explanation.
Thank you for clarifying.
Thank you for that. You know, I also want to say that there's an amazing drive that people can go out there as well. I mean, there is a charge for it, but I can tell you folks, it is well worth the price of admission to go on that drive. There's lots of trails, just some amazing sights out there.
It is. And I always like to encourage people. Like I said, every day is a new adventure and you never know what you're going to see. The times along Wildlife Drive is the best times is at low tide. And you can get those times by calling our main number, because the beach low tides are different from the low tides at the refuge. But just like you said, it's a phenomenal drive and you can take your car down it. You can get a narrated tram tour through Tarpon Bay Explorers, or you can ride your bicycle or walk and hike. And it's a cool experience. And I would, like you said, encourage people. And if you're 60, I think 62 and a half and older, you can get the senior pass, where that's good for any federal land anywhere in the country. Oh, there you go, Ed. And otherwise, it's $10 for a carload of people. So when they come from the beach and they want to break and come to Sanibel Island, they can pile in their car, and it's $10 for everybody in their car to go through the drive. It's a bargain.
All I can think about when you say that is like Jed Clampett with the car, and 95 people in there going through there, and Granny
They
sitting
be
up top.
allowed. There are rules of the road. They have to follow the normal state highway rules of the road. So that may not be able to pass.
So anything else you want to get out there? When are you guys, when is the Roost expected to be completed?
Yeah, so the Roost, this new outdoor pavilion, and if people want to learn more about it, I would encourage them to check our website, and you'll probably have it, but it's dingdarlingsociety.org. It's a $1.2 million project. We have almost all of it raised. We still need to raise about another $125,000 to get all of the solar panels, to get the EV hookups, to get that electric car. So there are things that we can do later if we don't raise it all, but the big project was kicked off. We are building it now, and then we hope to cut the ribbon in January of 2023. So this coming January, which is exciting. You guys will have to come for the ribbon cutting.
Oh, we'd love to.
Wow, January 2023? Wow, that's right around the corner.
Yep.
Awesome.
Well, we appreciate you coming on, and I'm guessing you're on vacation or visiting, but you don't need to tell me your personal stuff unless you want to tell me what you're doing.
Yeah, I'll be back on the island next week. So
awesome. Well, thanks for coming on, and we'll stay in touch with everybody there. They've been great to us, giving us information, and we'll continue to get the news out and get out there when you guys do the grand opening.
Yeah, we would
do
love
a show
to
out
be
there
around there and do the ribbon
that's
cutting.
great. Anytime you guys want to come out, you give us a holler, and we'll even let you have a private tour of the restrooms if you'd like, Ed. So we'll get you out there.
You have a great weekend. Thanks for coming on.
All right. Take care. Bye.
Wow, that was fabulous. She was awesome.
Competitions for the bathroom.
I love that idea.